Hello everyone, Julia here from Accessorize Your Life. I want to thank you for tuning in. As I mentioned in the community tab, I would just give you a look with the latest of the Dior products that I picked up, mainly a box couture set. But I have 3 box couture sets from the 2022 holiday edition. So we know that Dior is a house of elegance, and we know that Dior loves florals in their fragrance, in their design packaging, just all around they like flowers in that house. Well, this year is no different, but it is in a way, because the creative director for this packaging decided to use a mixture of florals and constellation elements for this beautiful blue box, or as Dior is calling it, they're calling it the Ecrin, which is a box. This blue box with gold illustration is gorgeous. I hope you can take it all in. It's the constellations, and on the back you really can see the stars. They go as far as naming some of the constellations. One is a giraffe here, one is a lynx, and this of course is in French, so I have no idea what all of these words are saying, but I did get the gist of a couple of them. So the first set I picked up is what I have here. This is the Dior Show Maximizer 3D Mascara Set. You get triple action mascara here that gives you va-voom for your lashes. This is what the set looks like. You also get along with it a lash primer serum. This is also a triple action volume, which curls, defines, and lengthens your lashes with volume for 24 hours of wear. So I picked this up. This is the first little Ecrin or box set I picked up. Now I will not be using this tonight because I do have a sample of that same mascara here. The next box set that I picked up is a cute little one here. This is the iconic 5 shadow little palette box here. 5 shadows. They say that there's 5 shadows and they give the numbers, but I can't find the colors that correspond with those numbers. It has this beautiful gold band here that is engraved with the constellation and flowers, and right in the center you have your CD. This is a kind of velvet or velour packaging, very soft, in black, not blue. Some of the bags, when you get different items, come with a blue makeup bag or pouch, but this happens to be in black. You lift it up and it has a magnetic closure. It can fold all the way back, and of course it has a mirror there. And here are your shades. You get a covering over there, and you get a decent size makeup applicator or eyeshadow applicator here in this one. So there's your applicator. Of course it has Dior on the middle part. And here are your colors. Now these colors go from a rosy beige to an iridescent gold, a brick red to a bold brown, and then your lighter brown. Gorgeous. So Dior seems to be all wrapped up in browns this year for the holidays. Let me grab 2 palettes here, and I believe this is from this year. It is from this year, but I'm just not quite sure. It's earlier this year, I think. These 2 palettes, if you have these, you may not want to pick up this little 5-pan palette that I just shown you, the iconic one here. But this one here is $7.79 Riviera. You remember back when this was out? Those colors are kind of similar. Don't want to blind you, but with the mirrors, but can you see the colors are kind of similar? And then from the other palette that came out with that, there were two, 470, let me take a closer look, 479 by Dior. I think I'm pronouncing that pretty close. This is what it looked like. So if you have these two palettes, you may not want to get this one because they are pretty close in my opinion. So I can't wait to get my fingers, or my brush as it is, into this palette, but we're going to do that maybe at another time before the holidays or during the holidays. But I think it's just gorgeous. I love neutral, so I was intrigued and had to pick it up. But I love the presentation on this. I like how it can flip all the way back for easy use, and you can almost stand it up like an easel. So really quite nice, very luxurious looking, nice gift if you know someone who likes makeup and who likes neutral colors. So that is quite nice. Now, the palette that I want to bring to your attention tonight, the palette that I put up in the community link or tab, is this one here. Let me this is a beautiful palette. This is a multi-use palette. It's for your face, eyes, and lips. And I think it's something that you can gift someone that you know quite well, like your mother-in-law, your mother, your sister, someone kind of close to you, or best friend. This comes in the lovely Ecrin or box with the constellations and the flowers. Dior, in my opinion, was kind of evasive about this as far as giving us real descriptions of what the colors were and associating the colors with names. But I tried my best to get as much information as I could. So the pouch, this one comes with a pouch, whereas the other one did not. This one has a little pouch, and it's a cotton material. And in the pouch, there is a pouch on the outside of it, or a little slip pocket. And in that pocket is your brush for your either your blush or your other product that's in here. Now, what's cute and different about this little brush is that it comes, I think it's flat like, I keep dropping it. It comes flat like so, but it folds into itself in half, and it becomes a nice blush brush or illuminating brush, or you can just keep it out flat like this. So kind of neat little brush. Usually we don't, look at the little applicator brushes that we get. It does say Dior on the front, and like I said, it folds over, which is kind of innovative. You see from this side, that side, and it folds flat, and it makes a good angled brush for putting on your highlighter, or if you want to leave it flat, you can do your blush. So kind of cute. A pouch within a pouch. Yeah. What's that, a popsicle? Don't quote me. Okay. I'm going to pull it out. Now, this is luxurious as well. You have your soft black, velvet plush casing. You have this lovely gold liftable, you see it lifts, or movable bar or band that has the CD cut out in the middle, and your engraving of the constellation and stars going across. Very shiny, very nicely done. Pull it down, and you have to be careful when closing it some because it shifts a little, because the lid folds over on the back like the other one does, and it can prop itself up. It has a ginormous mirror, and it has two little applicators here, and maybe one of them, yeah, I was thinking that there wasn't one for the lips here, because like I said, this is a, what is it, face, eyes, and lip palette. So you get two applicators here. You get a sponge tip on in, two sponge tips on one brush here, and I think this is a, yeah, this is a brush tip and a brush tip here. So you can actually use one for your lips here. So that's good. I was thinking there wasn't a lip brush, but here we are. We've removed the plastic, and there it is. What do we have here? We have one highlighter or illuminating powder. We have 5 eyeshadow colors there again in those brown hues. We have a light brown, we have, well, I guess I want to call, let's see, this is a plum. It's kind of hard to see. I know that this is a plum. We have a golden color, which may be here. We have a light brown and then a deeper brown, and then we have this light Ecrin color here, or taupey color. So 5 shades there. We have 2 blushes, a pink and kind of a reddish one, and then we have 4 lippies here. One is a brick red, a mauve, and then more of a pinky mauve. Very nice palette for your face, your eyes, and your lips for the holidays. So I'm going to use this palette to do a look. And I have essentially what I need right here. But before we get into that, let me quickly do something with my face, get it prepped. I have nothing on my face. So I'm going to start off with the Dior Couture Total, and I'm going to use this as a face primer. Here I have the Forever Skin Correct. It's a 24-hour full coverage wear cream concealer, and I have it in shade 5 in neutral. Nice. Get my mirror. Maybe I could have gone a little lighter, but I did want to correct some of my blemishes. Now I do not have an eye primer, so I'm going to use what I just have handy here right now is NARS. I don't feel any certain way about this concealer, but I'm just going to use it. My eyelids are kind of oily. Now for foundation, I am going to use Dior Powder Foundation, and my shade is 7 In. Comes with a little sponge applicator, which I'll take out. And I'm going to go in with my same brush that I used before. Just want to get everything off of it. Make sure it's not too wet. Now, if you're not familiar with Dior products, most of them have a lovely floral scent. And I find that the scent doesn't stay with you long. It's like when you first open up the product, you really capture that lovely essence of flowers. Now I'm getting a light coverage, and I don't think, as you can see, that the blemishes are really covered, but you know, it's a natural look. I could try to go in a little more with the concealer. We'll see, but I'm not at all angry with the way everything's looking. I would like it brighter right under the eyes though. I think that's enough. I'm just going to use this small concealer brush. In my opinion, it's looking better already. I think I'll just dot a little more of the foundation powder on that, just to set it. There we are. And next I'm going to go in with a bronzer, and I'm using the Dior bronzer here that I've had for a little while. It's the Forever Natural bronzer, and I have it in 08 Deep Bronze. And this is what it looks like. I'm going to use the other end of that little brush. And by the way, my brushes are from It Cosmetics. And I have some of their brushes coming to me from QVC. This is a very natural bronze look. It's not a deep bronze. And with the color of my foundation, yeah, I'm seeing a little bit of it. You don't see a lot, so but it's a natural, like I said, bronze look. And again, it smells delightful. It gives a very soft look. Okay. All right, now that I have my face set, the basics down, we can go into the palette. And here it is again. Pull the clasp down, lift it up, and voila! Okay, so we're going to start with the palette, the 5-pan palette right in the center, and create a look. I am going to start with the deepest shade, that plum. It has the beautiful constellation on it. The beautiful design is right there on it. I am going to use this plum to line my lower lash line. You can create day or night looks with this palette. And if I didn't mention it, it is limited edition. Now I'm going to go into the outer corner with that same deep color. And I want it to lift my eyes some. And next I'm going to wipe my brush a little. Let me show you what I just used in case. See, I used the plum there. It looks like a deep brown, but it's actually a plum. And next I'm going to go in with that brownish color right next to it. Ooh. Let's see what this looks like. Quite pretty. Going to give me a very natural look. It's lighter than my top. I was going to say it's the same color, but it is not. And next I'm going in with the color above it, which is a good, I believe, transition color, that color there. Taking the same brush so far, putting it over a little where my transition color would normally go, right in the crease. Wiping that off a bit and going back in with that second color I used. Intensify that a little more. And now for me, I'm going back in with the plum on the fuller end of my makeup brush here, or eyeshadow brush, tapping it off and using it to just put on the outer corners there, and then take it around to give myself a good little smoky eye. Ooh, I'm liking that. And now to top it off, I am going to take my finger and dip into, I think I'm going to do the center color. Let's see, let me try both on my finger and see which. I'm going to do, I think, that's a lot, center color, and that's enough of that. Take my brush again and work it out. Just little circles. Just to lighten up the eye a little bit in the inner corner, so I don't look shallow there. Now it's not bringing illumination there, but it's bringing a little light there because the color is lighter. I'm going to dip back in it a little for this eye. There, I'm happy with that. I'm going to go back in with that plum shade and reline the bottom eyelid. I want it a little deeper. What this does, I have some gray eyelashes there, so it also covers those. I generally don't put much mascara down there because I find that it just doesn't stay there, it just drifts. So I like to leave it alone there for the most part. Going back in with a little bit of that deeper color so I don't lose it back there on the outer corner. This side it's pretty good. Okay. Now if you notice, there's no shimmers there or anything like that. It's soft. They're mattes and satins, I guess. But I like it a lot. Okay, I'll close this up for now because I'm going to go into the mascara. Hate to open up a new mascara, but it's a sample size, so it's not so bad. Look at this brush. That is a brush. That is a doozy for my eyes and eyelashes. It is. But this is their eyelash wand or brush because it separates and it volumizes the eyelashes. And so it's a pretty special brush for them. But it's pretty big for my tiny, itty bitty eyelashes. I have to be very careful that I don't make a mess with it. I know you're not supposed to pump this, but I find myself doing that anyway sometimes. Let me get into some magnification so I can see what it's doing. Oh, and I'm loving these colors together. I can see them better. And it looks good on my lids. I don't see the crepiness. We didn't talk about how Dior is good for the mature eyes and eyelids. But it is. Can you see? My eyelids don't look crepey at all. I'm trying to wiggle it. Alrighty. I think that's quite pretty. Now I can say that this little cover, this will get a little dirty. I can already see some prints in there, but I think it's easy to wipe it down. I'm going to take another IT brush and go into the Illuminator highlighter color here. It has Dior written all over it. It's kind of powdery. Has a pinky champagne look. Trying to see if it's yes, it is giving me some illumination. I couldn't see from there. I don't want to use too much of it, so I'm going to go in with this brush here and kind of wipe some off. I definitely need to make sure that I'm using my magnification when I'm putting on certain products. Okay, I like that. It's a little lighter than me, but I see. Can you see it there? Yeah, bring some light to the face. I'm liking this. And now I have two blushes to choose from. And I think I'm going in with a deeper one, or I may just mix them. So I'm going back in with this brush here. Going in with the deeper one first. There it is on the brush. Ooh, I see you. Very pretty. I'm liking this a lot. Okay, yes. I will not be purchasing the face palette from It Cosmetics if they come out with one. I haven't seen one as of yet. Like I said, I did purchase the It Cosmetics little gift set that is a set of brushes. I already have some It Cosmetic brushes, but the case and everything looks so interesting that I made the purchase. Now let's take a little bit of that pink on the other side of the brush. It may not be the best color for me, but we're going to try it. Going to bring it a little more forward. I think it'll work. I'm going with a very light hand. I'm liking that. Now, which lippy? Since I don't have my lip brush out, I'm going to make use of these little applicators that Dior has given us. And this one is a lip brush, I think. So to pick up on my blushes, what I usually like to do, I think I could do this one here, but I think I want to go a little bit softer. But then for my complexion and the eyeshadows that I have on now, I could really use something to just pop. I'm wearing, you know, tonal colors here in the brown family. I'm brown, gold earrings. I need a pop, right? So which do you think? That red? Let's do the red. Oh, look at that. These are Dior's Rouge colors here. Very soft for my lips. The brush is kind of stiff though. But that's what you want. Guys, this is a great palette for yourself if you travel during the holidays for Thanksgiving. If you want a Christmas holiday party look, any festivities that you may attend, even a New Year's look. You could achieve it with this palette, this face, eyes, and lip palette. This looks like your standard Dior red. I'm going to turn the brush over and put a little bit of this lighter color, this lighter mauve or pink, and see if it does anything for my lips in the center. Makes them a little bit brighter right there. And it's about the shade of the inner part of my lip. I like that. I like this a lot. I think Dior has done a great job with this palette. I think you cannot go wrong purchasing this palette for yourself or for any person on your list whom you know likes makeup, loves makeup, and would like to have something like that, all concise. This is the look I got, everyone. I think it is your, nothing, you know, dramatic, but your nice, easygoing holiday party, every day, night out look. Guys, thank you for tuning in and watching this video. If you have yet to subscribe to Accessorize Your Life, I invite you to subscribe and come back and see me when I do other looks, or I'm here in my room putting around a little bit. I'd love to have you join the AYL family. See you the next time. Bye-bye.